This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game.
Let's go, come on.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On first down, Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We are going. Hey, check 26.
And again, it's Rodgers. They'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Midfield, here's Rodgers. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
That's fine, yeah. Yeah, Liz.
Now Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Rodgers now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Perry. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
All right, now here we go. Yellow, yellow. He's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Lucky 50.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Trevor Davis now to return. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
26.
Snap comes at 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rodgers now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Yeah, and he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On second down, here's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On second down, Cousins again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins going with a screen for Murray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Cousins on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, it's Cousins. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
to it after the pick six. Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second down, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Cousins toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They go play action. Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And out across midfield down to the 45. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play action now. Cousins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Perry bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Let's take it inside his own 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, check 26.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
Zoom, zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Crosby on now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a first and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. And out now come the Vikings. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Fights rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here comes Sherrills. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.